Hey, what's going on, Bull Runners? Welcome back to the channel. Ryan Huggins here. Will September's crypto curse strike again this month? Prices are dipping, scams are spiking, and the Fed's next move could change everything. So stick with me for the next few minutes while we uncover what's driving the market, why World Liberty Financial is making waves, and how to protect your wallet from scammers, because in crypto, timing is everything, and you don't want to miss out. Plus, we'll be heading over to X to find out all the breaking news in crypto today. We're going to head over to Forex Factory and find out what is the important red folder news that you need to know about this week. We're also going to be heading over to Altcoin Pro, and we're going to check in with Curious Jay on his new market analysis, the macro market update for September. And we're going to get into the World Liberty Fi and how to avoid the scammer and so much more in today's video. So if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the crypto news like we do for you every day, make sure you subscribe right now. And if you are still feeling bullish about this current bull run, let me know by commenting 777 down below. First things first, let's head over to CoinMarketCap, check out the overall health of the crypto market today. We are currently trading at $3.77 trillion, down 0.64% in the last 24 hours. Crypto has had $160 billion worth of trading volume. Fear and Greed Index does slip to 39 out of 100. Altcoin Season Index now 48 out of 100. We were above the 50 line for a few days. Unfortunately, it is falling flat. Bitcoin dominance still sitting below 58 at 57.7%. Top 6 cryptos by total market cap. Number 1, Bitcoin at 109,209. Ethereum number 2 at 43.53. Tether at $1. Number 4, XRP. Tether overtaking XRP again by total market cap. So number 4, XRP at $2.76. Number 5, BNB at $847 and Solana at $199. Red folder news you need to know about this week. First and foremost, we're going to have manufacturing PMI coming out tomorrow. That's going to be inflation for manufacturing, the latest update. Then we will have the JOLTS job opening report. It's currently forecasted at 7.24 million. We'll find that details out on Wednesday. On Thursday, ADP, non-farm employment, plus the unemployment claims and services inflation will all be coming out. Big day Thursday. And then on Friday, average hourly earnings month over month and non-farm employment change. And don't forget, 2 weeks from now, September 17th, the federal funds rate will be announced. Will we finally have that rate cut? That is only 2 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. Heading over to X.com, breaking today, the Labor Day launch of World Liberty Fi. While U.S. markets are closed, crypto traders will have their first opportunity to buy and sell the tokens tied to the project endorsed by President Trump and his family. Big update from Hyperliquid. This is very important if you are ever doing any trading over on Hyperliquid. They have now rolled out new safeguards for its pre-markets after unusual activity on XPL perpetuals market. Now, this whole thing went down because of the coin of XPL, but it will start to move forward with all coins on their platform. The exchange's auto deleveraging system activated as designed, resulting in about $17 million in long liquidations per CoinGlass. Hyperliquids confirmed that operations were normal with no bugs or exploits, no bad debt, and XPL market remained isolated from other pairs. Hyperliquid did confirm that the platform functioned normally with no bugs or exploits, had no bad debt, and the XPL market remained isolated. 2 upgrades are planned: a hard cap on pre-market prices and integration for external market data with pre-launch venues. So Hyperliquid's rolling out a hard cap on mark prices, max of 10x the 8-hour EMA, to combat wild liquidation spikes and manipulation like we saw on XPL per chaos. This gives traders a defined boundary for forced liquidations, making orchestrated squeezes far tougher. So what happened was this coin got launched and there was a scammer or multiple people coming together to make this potentially happen, where they have a position that's set for a short position. They go in, they have accumulated a lot of coins, and then they purposely sell it, crashing the market, which would then liquidate $17 million worth of long positions, and then they would make a tremendous amount of money on the downside short that they had placed. Well, Hyperliquid has had this happen in the past as well on a separate coin, but this is the second one coming out. So now they have new safeguards to prevent this from ever happening again. And also breaking big news, Ethereum hits its lowest exchange reserve in 4 years. Now, why does this matter though? Well, price is always about supply and demand. So if demand stays constant, but supply on exchanges shrinks, that means upward pressure. Price can go up and quite quickly. In fact, if demand rises while supply keeps falling, then you get a squeeze. So even when you take a look at this chart, look as price is increasing here and it's going up rapidly. We're having the amount of coins on exchange drop tremendously quick as well. So if there's not enough Ethereum available to buy, people are willing to pay more for it. And that's why you're seeing extreme price increases to the upside. Obviously, as of the last couple of days, we've had a massive pull back market wide. So that's not the case at the exact moment. We are waiting for Ethereum to break that magical $5,000 level. But speaking about September, let's talk about what's going to happen in September. As of right now, September does have a reputation of one of the toughest months for markets and for Bitcoin especially. Historically, it averages a minus 5% return with 7 of the last 10 Septembers closing red. Not to mention liquidity tightens, bearish headlines roll in, and then panic sellers add to the pressure. But if 2025 so far has taught us anything, it is this: seasonality is not destiny. Q1 was supposed to be bullish, but it turned out to be bearish. Remember, we basically peaked out in December and had a consistent drop during January, February, March. Q2 was expected to fade, but instead was stronger than ever. And summer usually means boredom, but both crypto and stocks rally. So what that means is September often serves as the pullback month. There is still a case to be made for surprise strength. And more importantly, a bull market is not finished. Why is that? Well, we talked about it in the beginning when we're talking about rate cuts that are coming in just 2 weeks. Rate cuts are coming and they matter big time. The bond market is pricing in 2 cuts by year end, 3 to 4 more into 2026, which would drop the Fed funds rate below 3%. And Goldman Sachs is calling for 3 cuts this year. Futures markets give an 86% probability of a cut in September. Now, Jerome Powell has even hinted that the Fed's strict 2% inflation target may shift higher, especially now that we have AI-driven productivity boost in the GDP. By the way, if you like these type of market updates and you want more, then there is a link down in the description below. Click today, join Altcoin Pro University. You get a 14-day free trial. We'd love to have you part of the community. Now, here's why it's critical. Trillions are currently sitting in short-term US treasuries, earning about 4% yield, interest on the money sitting there, okay? So if yields fall 3% or lower, that money is suddenly not beating inflation. And it has to rotate somewhere else, such as equities, gold, and Bitcoin. And by the way, speaking of gold, what do you guys notice about the price? Well, gold hit an all-time high, which means that there's Bitcoin tailwinds as well. Gold has broken into new all-time highs. Historically, Bitcoin tends to follow about 30 days later. April's gold all-time high followed by May's Bitcoin all-time high. So as we see here, April's all-time high, and now we can see also right now, September is pushing to these all-time highs for gold. Will it break $3,500? We also have reserve currency shifts are telling the same story, which is gold, 24% of all global reserves, highest in 30 years. USD, the dollar, United States dollar, 42%, lowest since the mid-1900s. And the euro, only about 15%. Gold has now surpassed the euro as the number 2 reserve asset worldwide. Central banks are snapping up hard assets. Gold first, then Bitcoin next. On top of that, let's not forget the fact that the money supply is exploding. The US M2 supply just hit a $22.12 trillion, which is also an all-time high. Fiat dollars, your USD, keeps inflating while Bitcoin remains capped at 21 million coins. Add in the government spending, and it's still surging. A resilient labor market and growth that has not cracked yet. So guess what's going on? Well, the Federal Reserve is cutting rates into strength right now, not weakness. And that usually means risk assets go higher. Inflation, unfortunately, does creep back into the system, but eventually something breaks, but just not yet. But you know what they say? They will print until it breaks. So the September setup. Here is where we stand right now. Seasonality points to a weak month for Bitcoin. Headlines and fears suggest likely chop or downside. But these pullbacks usually set the stage for a powerful Q4 rally. He goes on, I would not be surprised to see September close red, but at the same time, I also would not be shocked if Bitcoin flips the script and tags a new all-time high by month's end. So the final takeaway from all of this, we are in euphoria light phase right now. So euphoria has kicked in the market cycle, but it's the beginning. Growth is holding up, cuts are coming, money is inflating, and attention is flowing into hard assets. This is a recipe for one big leg up, and then after that comes discipline and rotation. So September might be a pause or a fake out, but Q4 is where things could get wild. As we see here, market expectations for Fed funds rate. So here we are in September. We're going to start cutting rates all the way down into January 2027. We're talking about below 3% again. Here's the target rate probabilities. Right now, there's an 86.4% that rates will be down to 4 to 4.25. There is also a 13% chance that they remain the same. And when we stack up the gold spot versus Bitcoin spot charts, as we can see right here, the first all-time high rally happened. Bitcoin's first all-time rally, gold's second, then third, then fourth. Well, Bitcoin has not gotten to that third Bitcoin rally yet, and gold is set to take off to its fourth rally. And let's not forget, like we covered just a few minutes ago, gold has broken into all-time highs. Historically, Bitcoin tends to follow about 30 days later. So if we have gold about to make new all-time highs in the beginning of September, as we see they're about to do now, then we could be looking for Bitcoin new all-time highs as well coming in the month of October. As you all remember, the level that it has to break above, we have not had a bodied candle close on the weekly above 119,133.
Have you built a crypto portfolio over $1 million but want to access your wealth without selling any of your coins? Well, imagine unlocking up to 85% of your portfolio's value to fund ventures like real estate, to buy other projects in the crypto space that are undervalued compared to the projects that you currently hold, or to diversify into different DeFi yield opportunities. That way you can live on the interest without selling any of your crypto. Well, we've partnered with a leading global office offering non-recourse crypto loans for investors with portfolios starting at $1 million. The same company that is trusted by the world's largest institutions and investors because, as you already know, the billionaires don't sell their crypto, they borrow against it. So if you're ready to unlock up to 85% of your portfolio's value without selling any of your coins and you have a portfolio with at least $1 million, then email us at team@bullrunners.com. You're going to see our email contact in the description below, and we'll get you connected with the company that has helped clients like ours north of $100 million borrow against their crypto without selling any of it. So reach out to start a conversation with our team right now at team@bullrunners.com, and we'll talk to you soon.
World Liberty Financial Token is now officially trading as of today. What you need to know to avoid the scams. Well, what is World Liberty Financial? Well, it's a DeFi app platform founded in 2024. While its utility has been kept deliberately vague, the project promotes itself as a bridge between traditional finance and DeFi. WLFI functions as the platform's governance token, giving holders voting power over protocols and strategic decisions. On Monday, the project confirmed that WLFI is officially live with a total supply of 24,666 billion tokens allocated as follows. 10 billion will be allocated to World Liberty Financial Inc., 7.78 billion to the enterprise blockchain company Alt5 Sigma Corporation, 2.88 billion to liquidity and marketing, and just over 4 billion to the public. Where can you buy it? What exchanges? Well, Binance became the first major exchange to list WLFI, offering trading pairs with USDC and USDT. Trading has also become live on Bybit, BitGet, and KuCoin. Separately, Coinbase announced it will support WLFI on the Ethereum network, with trading to begin once liquidity conditions are met. They went on to say on their post, trading will begin later today if liquidity conditions are met. Once sufficient supply of the asset is established, trading on WLFI USD will launch its phases. But let's make sure we avoid scams because there's been a lot of fake WLFI tokens launched over this past couple of hours. Using the wrong contract address will result in permanent loss of funds. So as you can see right here, these are the contract addresses that you can use for Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Solana to buy the token properly. Many crypto scams originate on social media, with X being a primary target. Official updates on World Liberty Finance tokens should be trusted if they come from the World Liberty Fi X account, and that's at World Liberty Fi. Make sure it is exactly written there when you go to follow them on X. With a circulating supply of about 24.66 billion tokens, WLFI debut at market cap of $6.4 billion according to CoinMarketCap. Trading volume did surge and the token climbed 14% to 26 cents. WLFI's high-profile launch and scam risks are timely, grabbing viewers' attention, which you might also see a liquidity suck and drain from other tokens. So you'll notice that some other tokens in the market have been losing ground while this one continues to grow. Same thing happened when he launched his Trump token and all of that as well. And on top of all of that news, don't forget the fact that Ethereum did break a record high, hitting 4,885 after Powell's rate cut hints, driven by stablecoin growth on Ethereum's blockchain. This shows Ethereum's strength in the long-term play. Not to mention crypto's ETP inflows. Last week, crypto exchange traded products saw $2.5 billion in inflows, with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana leading the way. And this signals growing institutional interest, which could stabilize the market. And Binance launches its Mexico hub, a regulated fintech hub in Mexico, boosting crypto adoption in Latin America. So keep an eye on the regional growth stories like this as well. From September's market swings to WLFI's launch and scam alerts, we've got you covered. Want more daily news and updates? Smash that subscribe button, hit the like bell, and join our community for real-time crypto insights. Don't forget to drop a comment. What's your take on the WLFI token? Let's talk about it. See you tomorrow.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000, and the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers,